welcome to Real Reds Talk. Manchester United 2, Wolves 0 in a game that I would probably describe as frustrating, but vital 3 points. We're on 2-digit goal difference now, which I never thought I'd say in this bloody season. And I'm joined by Chivy. Chivy, initial thoughts on that game, mate. How do we feel?
What did you call it? Frustrating.
Yeah.
I found it excruciating, basically. Like, I just hate them 1-0 leads when you're leading 1-0, and then it's like anything can happen. I always like a cushion, a few goals, and it's so. What I found excruciating was because I mean I felt really bad for our defense. Like they've been playing so well
Yep.
over the past couple of games, and some nonsense just lets them down. You know, they've been playing really well, and in this game, this could have easily been 4-0,
Oh,
easily,
easily.
easily. Let's just I'll be modest and I'll go 3-0. Like this was a comfortable 3-0 win, and they made us wait, and then we had to wait for Garnacho to come off the bench what he's 18. It was a
19,
spirit. I know, yeah,
maybe.
yeah, whatever, yeah. I mean, I understand. I know it's a win, but I found that was so painful. I
Yeah.
was even when he scored, when Garnacho scored, I didn't celebrate. I was just like, about
Finally.
fucking time. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching that game just going, I can't be doing with this going 1-0 all the way to and it did go to 90 odd minutes, and we're just holding on, and then Wolves just going to decide to pepper our goal for the next 5 minutes, and we just hang
yeah,
on for our dear lives. I'm like, I can't
yeah.
do another one of these games. And luckily for us, Wolves just didn't seem up for it, did they? They just didn't seem like
Nah,
they wanted to play. Like you said off air, Wolves are on holiday already, aren't they?
yeah,
They're safe from relegation.
yeah.
They're not going to qualify for any European competition. They're just absolutely chilling. So, do you think
They've got.
with that, do you think we've been let off the hook a little bit? Like, if Wolves wanted to, they could have sort of got a goal back.
Yeah, I mean, no, they've got 2 games left, right? After this, 2 games. That's
Yeah.
it, and then the season is done. Nothing to play for. There's no European competition over the summer. We just had, it was really weird. So like those guys are already on holiday, literally. The wives, the girlfriends, they've booked the holidays. Maybe the
Yep.
kids have gone ahead. They're just waiting for this thing to be done. There was no extra motivation because they could have put it on us. Uh, they pressed really well in the first half, and they had moments in the game where they could have actually taken it.
For sure.
Um, but they're comfortable now, and we were the ones fighting for something. But it really didn't look like a fight. Yes, we controlled and we played really well. Just that cutting edge it's just lacking.
It's been a common theme
And
all season, hasn't it? Just all season, just
yeah,
lacking that cutting edge in that last
just
third,
that cutting
putting
edge,
goals away,
honestly.
putting chances away. It's just been.
And I've had a lot of hope in some of our attackers, but at the moment I've lost my patience. Like I've always given them the benefit of the doubt, but there was a point when I was just thinking like, where's the next goal coming from? Like I can't see anyone scoring a goal right now, unless it's a penalty or
Yeah.
something. I couldn't see it, and I was genuinely worried. We need to win at least our next 2 games
Mm-hmm.
to be safe. Um, but yeah, I think to answer your question, sorry, I kind of went off on a tandem.
It's all right.
That's my ADHD kicking in. Yeah, I think we got let off. I think if Wolves were fighting for survival, they would have got something from this game. Probably not a win, but it might have just been like a draw.
Sure. Just a couple of people in the chat. Shreyas, Garnacho is back. Anthony was frustrated. We're going to touch on Anthony shortly. Don't worry. Champions League, here we come. At home run stoppable, but we need to convert. Nick's in the chat. He's put United 2, Wolves 0. XG 2.68 for United, 0.39 for Wolves. Shots 27 for United, 5 shots for Wolves. On target 9 for United, none for Wolves. Big chances 4 for United, none for Wolves. Yeah, just complete domination from us, but again, not taking our chances. We moved 4 plates clear of Liverpool in fifth, which is great. But yeah, just I'll touch on Anthony now. Well, we can circle back to the sort of whole top four battle,
Yeah.
but I'll just touch on Anthony. For me, that guy, he has all the potential in the world, and he just seems to make the wrong decision 99% of the time. Like, I'll touch on the second bit. The first bit where he sets Martial up for the goal, in my head, I'm going, he's going to shoot it. He's not going to pass this. He's going to shoot straight at the goalkeeper, or he's going to go wide, or something like that. And he cuts it back to Martial, easy tap in, 1-0. What were your thoughts on the goal?
It was a relief because before then there were two instances where he could have played in players.
Yeah.
And he didn't, and he delayed for an extra second or so for the Wolves defenders to recover. Then he tries the shot. I mean, we know he's really good on the left, taking that shot on the left. But why not just square it? Like, why not just pass it? Unless someone else, I don't know whether he doesn't lift his head up enough, to see the players coming in. If he keeps, keeping his head down, I really don't know. But I was really pleased with the goal. And obviously, like I've always been a huge fan of Martial, but I think by today, like if Martial didn't score today, like I was ripping off my contract, my Martial FC. I was gonna rip it down the middle. Honestly,
resign your presidency.
I would have I'm done. It's really funny what you said because you said Anthony has the potential. Why is it that every time we talk about Anthony, we talk about Jadon Sancho, we talk about Martial, we always have to use the word potential? There's nobody.
That's all there is. There isn't anything else.
Even the commentary I was watching, he's talking about Anthony potential. Oh, Jadon Sancho potential. I was like, why? That's why I named them Potential FC.
Yeah.
in the group chat. But
I think with Anthony, you can sort of label him potential a bit more because it's his first season here. His first he's not even done a full season at United yet, and he still get first time in the Premier League, etc. So I think I'm a bit more comfortable with him being in potential. Jadon Sancho and Anthony Martial is another matter because they've had time here, they've had seasons here, they've been given opportunity after opportunity, haven't delivered consistently. So I think I see your argument, but Anthony, I'm a bit more forgiving.
I think it's just after the game, I'm still a bit emotional. I know by the time I calm down, then I'll be like, okay, But good goal. I mean, we had to get a goal at some point, considering the chances we're creating. I mean, damn.
Yeah, there was a moment later on. I think Wolves were actually attacking us, and Anthony gets the ball and starts sprinting out on the counter. Gets past a Wolves defender tries to get hold of him. He gets past him, and he's into open space.
Neto. Yeah.
And he's just straight. He's ready, and you think, just cut it back. Was it Bruno or someone?
Bruno was right on the Bruno's the one on the left hand side, and all he needs to do, just play a simple pass, the same kind of pass that Bruno played for Garnacho.
Yeah, and it's 2-0.
You understand? Yeah, it's a centre defender. He'll beat him for pace. Yeah. That's it. It's that simple.
And he decides, delays, cuts in, gets a bit lost,
and then
tries to shot.
Then gives it to Martial when everyone has come back to and then Martial gives like a weak. I mean, the keeper didn't even need to dive. No. Like he literally stood and just
let it come to him. Then he just
he just stood and then just caught it mid-air, like easy.
Yeah. So again, Anthony frustrating potential again there, but like you said, it's going to be interesting next season. I think next season he needs to sort of step his game up, start converting those opportunities into passes or goals. He can't just be living off this potential reputation there. You spoke of Martial there. I was a little bit disappointed. He seemed very lethargic, very anemic. He didn't seem like he was there, and there was a couple of moments where he'd get the ball and he'd sort of slip over, or he sort of just stumble over it. Like, he used to be really, really good. Like, in the left-hand channel, he used to be amazing. He'd be dynamic and he'd take people on. He just didn't look like he was up for it. Like, do you agree with that, or do you think is there something else going on there with Martial?
I don't know. I remember when there was one time he got the ball and I could see that initiative. Like, he was like, right, no one's doing anything. I'm just going to drive at this guy, beat them and take the shot. And then I'm like, okay, let's go. This is it. Mm-hmm. And then he just falls like on his bum. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
And then he just falls. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what it is. I mean, the lethargic thing. That's typical Anthony Martial.
No, but I said when he's even
It's
on the
who he
ball, like
is.
you said, when he's on the
Yeah,
ball, like you said, he normally he'll drive
yeah,
at someone, he'll have a go. But
yeah,
even
yeah,
then,
yeah,
it
yeah,
just
yeah.
didn't seem like he had the energy to do that.
Are you referring to his body language or just like when he's on the ball?
When
Like
he's on the ball, like his
he's
body language
okay.
is his body language. That because
That's
that's
him.
who he
Yeah,
is, isn't he? Like
yeah.
that's.
That's
But when
never
he's
gonna
on the
change.
ball,
Yeah,
he just doesn't seem like he has that drive or that energy to drive the ball,
yeah,
which is what he's good
yeah.
at. Like he's typically very good at that.
Yeah, I think what has changed about Martial that I've noticed, I don't know whether it's a good thing about him, is that he drops a lot deeper
Yeah,
nowadays. And there were times when we had the ball and we're moving in, and he's kind of like deep. And I'm wondering, well, then who's in front? And I don't know whether that's a training thing or whether that's because he happened at least 4 times. So that must be something that they were doing in training,
sure.
which I don't understand.
No, I don't
Like
either.
if you're the if you've got the number 9 on your back, if you're the one that everyone's looking, why are you there, like on the left hand side, or why are you behind
Hmm.
Bruno or Jaden? Or I really don't get it. And it's a different type of because when remember when we played that earlier season when we came third, when we went
Yep.
on like this 10 games. Yeah, Marshall was always in the area, always, like literally, just he was never dropping deep. It was
He just
Rashford and the
hang
name.
about, wasn't he, on that
Yeah,
on
it
the
was.
edge of the area, just
Yeah,
around there.
literally, and then it was Rashford and the name that we shouldn't
Yeah,
that shouldn't be mentioned. The other
yeah.
guy. It was two of them, like literally dropping deep and everything. And Marshall was just up there, and he was. And I remember that hat trick he bagged against Sheffield. Like that was. But I don't know. With Marshall, with all the attack, it's all a mystery. I hope that this is just a teething process in the Eric Ten Hag era. And hopefully, if we get some more players to come in, I'm really excited about Ahmad coming back.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully, we get a different sort of vibe next season. This is just his first season with the manager. Um,
Yep.
and all of them as well. So hopefully next season we see something different. But we can't go on like this. I'm really happy. This is the first time I've been happy that the season's coming to an end. I'm really happy that we've only got 3 games left. Just
Yeah, just
just
get
keep your
over the
heads down,
line.
yeah,
Just get over
please,
the
yeah,
line.
just get over the line and yeah,
Yeah, just a couple of comments. Aaron, he drops deep but doesn't bust the gut to get forward. In a lockdown season, he was a beast. Agreed, mate. Aaron
shout
is a
out
Real
Aaron,
Reds
man, shout
Ultra
out to
as well.
Aaron,
Yeah, shout out
yeah,
Aaron. If you want to join the Real Reds Ultras, by the way, there's a little button, click join. You can join it, you can support the channel. I think it's like 3-4 quid a month. You help out, support the channel, help people get on, all
yeah.
that sort of stuff, pay for costs. So, yeah, we appreciate it. Nick, that Garnacho goal re-added 3 years onto my life. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. We'll touch on that goal, don't worry. And how bad were
Yeah.
Wolves? Yeah, I mean, Chivy just just spoke on that, saying Wolves were horrendously bad just because they could have killed us off or could have equalised at least if they had any sort of quality. But like they said, I think they're just on holiday at this point. Yeah, just I wanted to touch on Rafael Varane, unexpectedly available again in the press conference. Did not expect him to be available, and he
Yeah.
started, which again I
Yeah.
didn't expect. When he said he was available, I thought
Yeah.
definitely on the bench it's going to be Lindelof and Shaw again.
Yeah.
Started, looked really really comfortable. Looks like he hadn't
Yeah.
missed a beat, not missed a step. There was a moment where the ball came over the top, and
Ooh,
De Gea
that
thing and
was
the
so good.
touch that he
Yeah,
brought it down with. I was
that
just like,
was so good. I was like,
oh,
oh, I was
baller,
like, where have you
absolute
been?
baller. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
was
was
just
so
like
good.
how. Yeah, I just wanted to ask you how much have we missed that the quality in that centre back pairing. I
That
know
was
Luke Shaw and
yeah,
Lindelof have been great, but Rafael
yeah.
Varane is another level up.
So yeah, I mean, rough. Was for someone coming back from injury, you would expect a few shaky moments
Hmm.
and all that. Nah, not this guy. Like it was. That's what I was saying to you that I felt so bad for the defense because they're doing their job.
Sure.
It's just the attackers not doing theirs. But Varane, that touch, and because I mean it was Costa behind him.
Yeah.
You know that
Harassing
touch, and
him.
then he just loops it over, literally, and then he's just so calm. And then look at how good Lindelof looked as well on the
Yep.
left hand side of him.
Yep.
Like he just made. Oh man, I was so. Yeah, it was great to have him back. Great to have him back. So
He's,
happy
he
to see
was he
that. I
was
think
really good.
was it Brian Casey who well, when we did the squads like
Yes.
predicted somebody mentioned him in. I don't know if it was Brian.
It might have been Brian. It might be Brian.
I think
Brian,
so.
if you're in
Yeah.
the chat, please drop us, let us know. But
Yeah. Yeah.
He was
It's
really
great
good
to have
going
him back,
forward as
man.
well, wasn't he? Like on the ball,
Yeah,
he seemed to be the defense. Like normally Sandro is the one that pushes up and sort of thing, but he was doing that, and Lindelof was the one sort of dropping back, and he was
yeah,
making himself available. He got in the box, got his head on a couple of things. He looked like he
yeah.
was proper fucking up for it, which was
There was a
nice to see.
pass. Yeah, there was a pass he made, like almost like a through pass for the and I thought it was Casemiro at first
Yeah,
when he did it, and I was like, oh, it's Varane actually. Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
was yeah, great to have him back, man. Hopefully, he can stay fit until the final. But we shouldn't be thinking about the final now.
No,
But
let's just think, get
yeah,
these next 3 games. Let's get
yeah,
top four, get that sorted, and then we can think about the City final. Um, yeah, the only other sort of thing I wanted to touch on was the Garnacho goal. Garnacho, I, I, I half expected him to play just with Rashford being out. I didn't think he'd start Sancho. I thought Garnacho might start, but obviously that didn't happen. Sancho started. I thought Sancho was just, I mean, a ghost. Like I didn't notice him at all during the game. Like I can't remember a single thing of note he did really. I mean, please tell me if I'm wrong or if you saw something, but I didn't. And I was like, I don't understand why Garnacho, if maybe he's not fit enough to do a full game, but I would have preferred him for 70 minutes and then Sancho to come on for 20. I would have preferred that than the other way around we got him. But Garnacho, man, what a fucking player. Just comes on, scores a goal, puts the game to rest. Speak on this boy because I've said so many words on this
yeah.
kid. I think he's fantastic.
You can see that he's definitely a Cristiano Ronaldo protege
Yeah,
because he's doing Ronaldo things. I remember because I'm old enough to remember when Ronaldo, like, I was there for his debut and all that.
I was
You
there,
know,
mate. I
yeah,
was the same.
yeah. So like when he scores, that thing where he stands there, everyone hugs him. He doesn't hug them back. He
No, no.
just
It's like, of course,
he just does,
of
he
course.
doesn't. Yeah, of course. He doesn't even look at them when they hug him.
No,
He's literally looking at the crowd saying, "I'm here." And I was like, "Yeah, I like that. I like that. I kind of like that. That fight, that arrogance that he's got." But what a goal! What a
the
goal!
pass from
Because it
Bruno as
wasn't
well.
easy. Yeah,
The pass
because
from
literally pass from Bruno. Yeah. I mean that's to be expected. If you can't make that pass, then he
yeah,
we
what
should
are
be
you doing?
selling him this
Yeah,
summer. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the standard. He's doing it. That's my Roy Keane sort of
yeah.
mentality. He's doing his job by passing that. But the goal, he gets it.
He's
Kind
got a
of
lot to
goes,
do,
and
hasn't he? He's got a lot to
I'm
do.
worried when he starts to drift to the right hand
Yeah,
side because I'm
yeah,
thinking you're making it harder for yourself.
yeah.
Like you're cutting off the angle a little bit, and you've got Vegas on Vegas positioning. Jesus. Anyway, we'll talk about that
Did you see
later.
it? Did you see him like asking for the ball? I was just like, mate, fuck off! Like, you ain't getting this ball, mate.
He
You're
should
not
be
getting
coming
this.
behind.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, if you want to, you should be coming behind. Like what?
Wait for the
His
rebound.
position.
Like, if there's a rebound, like,
Yeah, just come round. Like what are you doing there? Like yeah, his position is sometimes. I'm like, what is he doing over there? But anyway,
oh my god.
so Vegas is there, and I think it kind of puts the defender off because he's caught in two minds, and Garnacho kind of fakes like he's gonna give it to Vegas. The defender loses his footing, and in that instance, when he's kind of unbalanced, he puts it back on his right foot, and then instead of
Off the post.
taking it across, that was really good because instead of
Yeah.
taking it across the keeper, which would have been an easier save for the keeper,
Mm-hmm.
he aims for the near post, which was a risk, but it paid off. It hits the bar and then goes in, and I'm like, yes. I was angry at that time, so I didn't celebrate. I was actually, I was angry, but like it went in, and I was like, about fucking time. But what a goal,
Yeah.
and what a the mentality, the calmness to do that at such a time in the game to finish it off, like, and what a way to reintroduce yourself now. Like if he gets picked ahead of Sancho or Martial or
Can't
nobody can
question it.
complain.
Can't question
None
it.
of them shut the fuck up. None of them can say anything if he gets
No.
picked ahead of them. Because mate, you guys have had so many
The
games to
dude's, how
prove
long's he been
yourself.
out? Garnacho, like 7, 8 games?
Bare games, man. Bare
Like,
games.
you've had
And
7 or 8 games,
yeah,
maybe more, to prove yourself, and you've taken nothing.
you
Like, you
haven't.
haven't
And
taken anything.
yeah, he signed a contract and he's come back and he's done that. Like now, and finally, there's something we can look to the bench and be like, yes, there's someone there, or he can start the game and none of those players can have any complaints. They can go and sulk and be upset or depressed or whatever.
Yeah.
they haven't taken their chances, and he has.
Yeah, and he continues to. Like I have such high hopes for him. Like next season, him, Rashford, and then on the right potentially Anthony getting better, and then Ahmad coming back to
Yeah,
the club. Like
yeah. Oh,
that's
Ahmad. Oh, I cannot wait.
that's going to be good. That'll be really interesting
Yeah,
next season.
yeah.
I can't wait.
Ahmad,
Pre-season's going to be
Ahmad,
fucking interesting.
Ahmad McCabe.
There you go, Nixon. Yeah,
Next, so yeah, your nephew is coming back.
yeah. So like it's going to be interesting pre-season, man. See those two,
Yeah,
see what they're going to be like. I'm definitely excited about that.
yeah.
Um,
Very quick shout out to Fred as well,
yes,
because he brought some energy into the game when he came in,
that's
and there
what he's
was a
good
few
at.
tackles.
That's what he's good at, man.
Yeah, and it was just like, okay, finally someone's fighting. Like I just loved seeing that from Fred, and Maguire as well. Even though, like,
Good block at the end, wasn't it? The
good
second
block at
goal.
the end. He made a few really good clearances, and he looks calm.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, shout out to him too, because I know he's taking a lot of abuse from all of us, but I think we should give credit where credit is due sometimes.
Yeah, like you can't criticize a guy if he's come on and he's done well. Like despite even if he's done shit like game in the past and stuff like that. I don't
Yeah,
think Maguire's a starting centre back for us anymore. But if he
yeah,
comes on 10, 50 minutes and does stuff like that, I'm all right with that. I'm fine with that. Like
yeah.
see a game out. Like Fergie used to do it all the time. He'd make substitutions like that to see a game out. So
Mm.
I'm all right with that. I'm not gonna. I wanted to touch on David De Gea, but to be honest, I can't be asked. Like I've said all I need to say on David De Gea. Didn't have to make a save at all during this game, but then his
Yeah, just
distribution was just
did the usual. Yeah,
shite. So
just
I
give
don't.
just
I
give
don't.
me
I
a
don't
break.
want to. I don't want to touch on it too much. Aaron in the chat. Anthony reminds me of Nani in his early days. There's so much talent there, but it all needs to come together. When he does, he'll be a scary player. That's the thing, though. Nani,
Hopefully,
it never came, did it? It never came together. There was
for Nani.
moments. Yeah, there was moments, but it was
Yeah,
never.
yeah, but to be fair, bro, we didn't need it to come for Nani. I
No,
mean, we
that's
had
true.
so many players. Yeah, we did. He did. Ah, come on. Like, to be
I
fair to
love
him,
Nani. I fucking love Nani.
yeah,
I
I
do.
loved him. Yeah,
Yeah,
and he could afford to do. He could afford to be who he was at the time. Um, doing what he did, and he had his moments. He had a lot of moments where he came through for us in the Champions League, some league games when we had
yeah.
players injured. Yeah, he stepped up when he needed to, and
It did. It did make me want to tear my hair out on a weekly basis,
yeah,
though, bro.
there were times
Like,
when you could tell Fergie was just like this guy.
I'm gonna pull your head off when you get a changing room. Did you hear that story about when he used to drive Fergie home? And he got in the car and he had a bag of it. He said nothing to him inside the car ride. It was
Yeah,
silence.
he drove him home a few times, and then he had this terrible game, and then Fergie was like, "Oh, is anyone going my way?" And then he was just like, didn't say anything, and then I think it was real. It was like, "Oh, Nani's going your way." I don't even. I remember one time, like when he used to score and then he would do the backflip,
Mm.
and we had a few injuries. Rooney
Did
was out.
Fergie tell him not to do it?
Fergie told him not to do it. We don't have any play. Like our players are injured.
Yeah.
He scores and then fucking does it. It's crazy.
He's just gonna kill him when he gets.
Like he scored, the players are running towards him, and you could see him going like, "No, no, no, stay back." Stay. I was like, "No, he's not
Don't do
gonna do
it.
it." And
Don't do
then
it.
he,
Just imagine he tears
yeah,
like his ACL or something and doing that
yeah,
backflip.
yeah,
Just, oh,
yeah.
God. Aaron go off topic, but people are slating Ollie for only coming out and saying how far behind our facilities are. Is pathetic. When did he expect him to do that when he's in the job? Good to see him at the game today. Yeah, what were your thoughts seeing Ollie at the game, man?
Facts. I love what he said. Obviously, I think somebody said in the chat like, I think the NDA has kind of like
Oh,
expired at this
definitely.
point, so he's allowed to say what he wants, and I really liked what he said.
Yeah.
I loved hearing that, and I wouldn't be mad if he has some kind of capacity coming back because he's still pissed off about the Erling Haaland thing. Like
Oh yeah.
that was his player,
Yeah.
and we could
Well,
have
he had
had
a
him for
bunch of.
four.
He wanted Bellingham. We showed him round Carrington, didn't
Yeah,
we? Ed Woodward did because that's a fucking
yeah.
mistake. I don't know why that was allowed to happen. Like, why was Ed Woodward showing him round? Because that's the worst
Mm.
person you wanted to think. And there was one more as well that he wanted. Who's gone on to big. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, yeah. But it's great. Yeah, it's great seeing. I mean, Ole, he's top five, my personal favorite players at Man United. Top five, no doubt. Like I've always loved him. So it's good to see him back, and obviously after hearing what he said, and I agree with Aaron. Like people are like, what was he supposed to say at the time? He's employed by them. you have to be realistic. These guys are different from fans. Fans, I can say anything I want to say about the Glazers and I go to bed, and nobody's gonna tell me anything.
Well, you saw what happened to Ronaldo. Ronaldo spoke out against him. He's fucking gone. Like, it doesn't
Ragnick,
matter who you are, man, does
same
it?
thing. We happened. Yeah,
Yeah,
the same thing happened to Ragnick.
yeah.
Like Van Gaal, all of them. So whenever they start
Jose.
speaking out,
Jose.
yeah, Jose. Whenever they start speaking out, they're gone. I'd rather you spoke out than not say anything. I mean, after all, he didn't have to say what he said now.
No, no.
But I've loved that he said that. Come out and said this. And it was good seeing him. Yeah,
No,
good seeing him
it's good.
again.
It's good. Aaron, Chivy took the words out of my mouth. After the takeover, I wouldn't mind seeing him come back in some sort of role. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'd love to
absolutely.
see him around the club, man. He deserves it. I think as a manager, he's lacking for the level of Manchester United, but as a player, as a representation of the club, he's a legend, and he always will be. And in my
Yeah,
eyes, he'll always be welcome at Old Trafford. I don't care.
yeah,
Like it's just as a
hundred
manager,
percent. Yeah.
not there. But yeah, is what it is. Unless there's anything else you wanted to touch on, Chivy, we can call that a wrap and wrap it
No,
up.
no. Cool,
Unless you
cool.
wanted to.
Shout out everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
Um,
Shout out to
yeah.
everyone in chat. Aaron, Nick,
Aaron. Yeah,
Shreyas, everybody.
yeah.
They appreciate it. I think we've got 120 views on this, so yeah, it's done really well. I'm really happy with that.
Sick. Nice.
If
Yeah.
you're new here and you're watching this on the VOD, please do follow us on the social medias. They're just below me there. And also in the link in the description, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the good stuff. We will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what sort of show we're doing tomorrow, but there will be some sort of content out tomorrow. If you want to join the Real Reds Ultras and get a bit of extra content exclusive to you every Monday and a bit of extra news as and when I can find it, please do consider joining. It's
And
£3, £4 a month.
a chance to come on. I think.
There you go.
Is that?
Chance to come on the
Yeah.
show. Once we get our starting 11, I think there's 3 spots left in our starting 11. So once we've filled that, we'll pick somebody out and we'll get somebody to come on the show. So if you want to be a part of that, please do check it out. Chivy, appreciate you coming on, mate. I know it was all sort of scrambled last minute because I was leaving the
Yeah.
game and I was getting back and other people are busy, but appreciate you coming on, mate.
Yeah. I appreciate you not making me do a player rating.
Yeah,
Like,
I
'cause
was like, there's no
it's my-
point because you're just going to be like, I don't care. So it's
yeah.
pointless. But yeah, appreciate you coming on, mate.
Nice one.
Always. Thank you everybody for watching. If you're watching on the VOD, you're watching live, appreciate all your support as always, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Cool.
Peace.